Hello, I'm Heather.
And I'm Ryan.
Welcome to the podcast. It's game night, it's sibling rivalry, it's a walk down memory lane, but most importantly, it's politics free.
Guaranteed.
Welcome to round 3 of Stuff Happens, Here's How It Works. We have a set of cards. Each one describes a horrible situation and is ranked on a misery index from 1, least miserable, to 100, most miserable. I'll rank 3 cards in the order of their misery index number, and then Ryan will have to correctly place a 4th card into that sequence. Then we'll turn it around and it'll be my turn. Whoever's guess is most accurate wins the Gloating Rights Trophy until we play again.
Ooh.
I keep trying to do your movie preview guy voice.
Until we play again.
That is what we should do every episode. I like it. All right. Are you ready for your cards, Ryan?
I am ready.
Excellent. Card number 1. Oops. Nude selfie emailed to entire office. 62. Card number 2. Dentist drills the wrong tooth. 59.3. Lose front teeth. 56.2. You have to place the following horrible situation. Roller coaster stalls you dangle upside down for 2 hours.
Ooh. That's going to be worse than a nude selfie. I think hanging upside down for that long, you would actually be pretty close to dying.
Yeah, I don't know what happens there, but I know that if I am upside down for even a few minutes, my head really starts to feel it.
Yeah.
Because all the blood rushes because of gravity up to your head.
I would definitely place that higher than nude selfie, but nude selfie, that's pretty bad. Like, I would be mortified. But luckily for me, I don't work in an office, so even if I accidentally emailed a nude selfie to the entire office, I would never see those people. Ever.
Also, lose front teeth, they have it at 56.2. I suppose if I were to lose my 2 front teeth, there'd be 2 ways this would happen. One would be a horrible accident of some kind, or somebody intentionally attacks me and knocks my teeth out, or suddenly I throw dental hygiene out the window and they just rot out of there.
Right.
So that's going to be a very unpleasant experience no matter what way you look at it.
Right.
But the fact of them being gone is not that bad when we have all this great dental implant technology now.
Right. So I took it very hard when I had to find out that I needed to get my tooth extracted. I think I discussed this earlier on the podcast before our hiatus, but just the thought of like missing a tooth bothered me. I couldn't imagine losing both my front teeth, and it would particularly suck if you didn't get implants or dentures to cover that up, because that's long-term problems too. Like if you don't have anything there, then your teeth underneath it will start migrating upwards, and then eventually you're just going to lose those teeth too. So then you'll be losing all 4 of your front teeth.
What I'm hearing is that I'm going to lose my top molar in the very back. That's all I took away from that whole thing you just said, because I had to get my very back bottom molar removed.
Uh-huh.
And I knew that eventually the top one starts to fill in the space, but I didn't know it's going to eventually fall out. Now I want to prioritize getting a dental implant.
Yeah, because it's going to, if it's not hitting on top of another tooth, then it will start coming down.
I can hear a dentist screaming at us somewhere.
Okay, well, I'm just taking this away from the recent dental appointment that I had.
Okay.
Discussing the extraction of my tooth. And that was one thing I was worried about. And I was like, well, I'm going to get my tooth pulled and they're going to put an implant in right away. And there's a 4-month healing time before they can actually put the crown on the implant. So I had a lot of concerns. But anyway, so she said, well, your back molar is hitting the tooth next to it. So I have that going for me.
Okay. So you're saying roller coaster stall, you dangle upside down for 2 hours, is worse than any of these?
Absolutely. I'm going to put that at like 90.
All right. It's the moment of truth. Roller coaster stalls, you dangle upside down for 2 hours. Misery index, 63.
No way. Dude, you would be like on the brink of death. Like, you would be unconscious. I swear.
According to science.howstuffworks.com, in 2009, a Utah man named John Jones died after spending 28 hours stuck upside down in a cave. But here's the thing. Although hanging upside down will occasionally kill people, if you take it in shorter stints, it can confer some pretty compelling health benefits. Yoga, blah, blah. Okay, so it looks like if you hang upside down for 28 hours, you might die if you're in a cave and you're trapped.
Yeah, I contest that placement. That would be so much worse than sending out nude selfies. But whatever. I'll take the hit, Heath. I'm pretty sure you're going to win this one. You ready for your cards? Yours is so easy. Ugh.
Listen, here's the thing. I randomly pick the cards. I don't look at any of them. I pick 4 and I use those 4 for Ryan. I pick 4 and I use those 4 for me. So when I saw how easy mine was, I was like, he's going to think I cheated. And then he's going to say I cheated. And I have no way to prove I didn't cheat. You just have to take my good word for it.
Heather, I never accused you of cheating. Now you've got me wondering if you cheated.
Right. Well, one day you can buy the game and do all the notes and all that stuff, and then you can cheat.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. So, Heather, you ready for this?
Go ahead.
Total amnesia, 97.
Mm-hmm.
Taken hostage during a bank robbery, 90. Bitten by a bat, 57.5. You have to place the following, quote, horrible situation, unquote. Vending machine eats your money.
No, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know where in this sequence something as horrible as losing your money in a vending machine would be placed.
Oh my God. I hate you.
I'm going to put that at about a 2.5, and I'm going to put it at the very bottom of the list.
I honestly think it's a lot higher, Heather. I would guess it's probably at about a 50.
Would you?
Yeah, Heather, I think it would be about a 50. You sure you don't want to change your answer to, I don't know, 49?
I'm sure I don't. I'm going to stick with 2.5 on the misery index of a vending machine eating my money.
Have you ever been chased by a bat?
Not exactly. I don't think bats actually chase people. I think they fly around madly trying to get out of an enclosed space and just hit you in the head, and it's terrifying.
To differ.
Oh, do you?
Because I have been chased by a bat.
Sure you have. Let's hear this story. Mm-hmm.
I was chased by a bat down a long hallway. Okay? I was about 10 or 11 at the time. I was walking down a dingy hallway, and I looked up and I saw this bat just chilling in the corner, and I was like, oh no, a bat. I better be quiet so it doesn't chase me. And I was sitting there tiptoeing past the bat, and all of a sudden this bat comes swooping down, and it was like coming at me, and I just took off running down the hallway, and this thing was flying right behind me. And I made it to the end of the hallway where there was a lounge at the end, got in and slammed the door shut, and that thing hit the door, and then it started flying into the window, and it was like it wanted to get me. It was out for blood.
Do you think it was trying to just get out of the inside back to the outside where it belongs, and you were stopping it from doing that? Possibly.
No, it was trying to bite me.
Okay.
It wanted to suck me
off
dry of all my blood.
Okay.
Suck me dry of my blood.
All right. Let's find out where vending machine eats your money falls on this really difficult round. 2.1. I was 0.4 off.
Oh my God, Heather.
2 for Heather, 1 for Ryan. It's Heather 2, Ryan 1. Heather is winning. I win the gloating rights trophy. I am the champion.
I hate this game, and I hate the experts that place these because they're dumb.
Oh, I have a theory, by the way, about the experts that placed these.
Yeah, they were hired off Craigslist.
You know the one-uppers? The misery one-uppers? You know these people.
Yeah.
Mike has a friend like this. I swear, I can't say anything to this guy that's even a small piece of misery. He does not have something worse that has happened to him. If I go, oh man, I stubbed my toe on the coffee table this morning and ripped my nail out of its bed, his story will be like, oh yeah, this one time I stubbed my toe on a chainsaw and it got shorn off. And I'm like, yes, of course you did. I shouldn't have tried to do the misery thing with you. You win. I don't care. I'm not in a competition about who has the worst, whatever. But my theory is they're like, let's get all these psychologists together to make the misery index. And psychologists are people who have their own shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every single one of them somehow ended up being a misery one-upper. And they were like, you know what? We should have a scale so we can actually technically win this competition.
Yeah. And one of them is like, I had total amnesia. I don't even remember who I am. It's the worst thing ever. And the guy was like, yeah, well, I got taken hostage in a bank robbery. I guess that's not that bad compared to your amnesia.
So, okay. On this note, we'd like to hear your stories. Also, please note the humorous tone of the podcast, okay? I mean, I should clarify, because I'll tell you what. You remember the Stereo app?
Yes.
The Stereo app, if anyone's unfamiliar with this, which I gave up on, it's like live action social media. You can go in and just talk to any random person, or two people can talk to each other and anybody can jump into that conversation and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped in on a conversation. These two guys were clearly being funny. They said, tell us your problem and we'll come up with a solution. So I sent them a message and I was like, I can't fall asleep right now. So they were really funny. They gave me some comical solutions to how to fall asleep. The next message that they took was from a woman who had lost her son and couldn't get over it. And I was like, okay, do I feel for this woman? Of course I do. That's terrible. But this woman has misread the situation. These guys are trying to do a comedy bit and you came in here with some like actual heavy stuff. So
Right.
When I say, please give us your stories, I want to be clear. I think just keep it light is all we're requesting. Such as,
Yeah.
I want to know if anybody's been chased by a bat, finger quotes. Okay.
Were you held at gunpoint in a bank robbery? I want to know.
Ryan. As long as that's a funny story, we want to know. ThePoliticsFreePodcast.com. You can scroll down, leave us an email or a voice message. And if you've been enjoying the podcast, tell somebody about it. Text them a link to an episode you've enjoyed. Share it on social media. If you search for it in a podcast app, you do have to write the full title, The Politics Free Podcast, or you will only be shown politics full podcasts. That's if you just try to search politics free, it'll be like, oh, you want free politics? Politics for free? Here you go. No, so you have to write The Politics Free Podcast, the whole thing. And I think that's about it. Ryan?
Yes?
Until next time.
Until next time, Heather. Until next time.